When you know that you are queer, but your favorite drink is beer, that's gayish. You can bottom without stopping, but you can't stand going shopping, that's gayish. Oh, gayish, you're probably gayish. Well, life's just too short for narrow stereotypes, so it's gayish. We're also gayish. It's Gayish with Mike and Kyle. Hello, everyone in the podcast universe. This is Gayish,
the podcast that's rosé all day, sure, but it's also white all night and red till I'm dead.
Why's it got to be white? Oh, wine. You're talking about wine.
What else? Crayons. I'm talking about crayons, Mike.
Okay, great. I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz.
We're here to bridge the gap between sexuality and actuality. And today, I'm already crushing it.
You're doing great, Mike.
Understanding you and everything. I'm so tired. We're going to talk about villains.
We're going to talk about villains.
No, that's sexy.
That's sexy. Well, the villains are kind of sexy, so it goes in hand in hand.
They can be sometimes, yeah. But first, a quick correction, Kyle.
Okay.
So a couple of people wrote in to say that my whole thing about like, why aren't men allowed in pole dancing? It might be based on old information, especially in Seattle. I got a couple of Seattle folks who wrote in to say that the one co-ed studio that I mentioned was the only one in the Pacific Northwest, that's not the case.
Okay, that was surprising when you said it.
Well, it was true 15 years ago, which is where my information was coming from. But it definitely has gotten better, especially here in Seattle. Mea culpa.
Okay.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Kyle.
Yeah, Mike.
I have a puppy, and
have a puppy.
I'm already annoying myself at how fucking excited I am
about it. You're allowed to be excited about this. Don't annoy yourself. Just be excited.
She's perfect and adorable.
Oh. What's her name?
Her name is Zucchini.
Mm-hmm.
She's black, and she's a Great Dane.
Why is she gonna be black? Because
that's her mom's black. So she's really half black. But all of her is black. She's great. Also, she pees a lot.
Yeah. So puppies. How old is she?
8 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. Puppies will do that.
But all that's to say, if you come to the Patreon happy hour next week, you can meet Zucchini. Every level of Patreon support gets to come to our happy hour.
I didn't see that transition coming. That came out of nowhere, but it was perfect. Wow, Mike. This is episode 462. That was impressive. Yeah, the Patreon happy hour, November 5th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Come hang out. Every level of support gets to hang out with us and chat. And we talk about gayish things, and we talk about world things, and we talk about our own personal lives, and it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. And it's coming up. The next one, the reason I mention it is we are very close. So Wednesday, November the 5th at 6 p.m. Pacific. Be there or be a triangle.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Great. Here's the news. Shut your mouth hole. It's time for your ear holes. News. Was that my first slow clap?
I think so. You earned it, Mike. After all this time, you earned it.
News the first.
Yeah.
So there is an Olympic gold medal Australian swimmer named Kyle Chalmers.
Cool name.
And there is a post on Facebook that says that Kyle Chalmers is the first athlete to announce that he will withdraw from the Australian team if tickets are sold to LGBT athletes.
What?
He declared,
not cool name.
We don't play to celebrate their stupid pride, and compared them to Leah Thomas, calling her a fraud. If you want equality, why be proud? Here's the thing. Didn't say that, not his post. And he has asked Facebook very publicly and formally to take it down.
Wow.
There is apparently a growing number of fake anti-LGBT content on Facebook. And a lot of it, for some reason, is attributed to Olympians.
Huh. Because they have some amount of respect among everyone, regardless of their political persuasion.
It brings a weird air of legitimacy to a bullshit opinion.
Yeah.
Sports is the forefront of the
trans sports drama thing that is the favorite whipping post of the right these days. It just it's fucked up, and something about it sort of makes sense that that's how they would do it.
I mean, Facebook and social media are bastions for LGBT and trans hate already, so it doesn't surprise me too much that there's more issues around hate speech for gay people.
Also, he's stupid hot. Look at him.
Oh,
I want to listen to him, whatever he says. I'm anti-gay now too, if he said it. So we'll see what happens. Facebook, Instagram, all of Meta's platforms, but not limited to Meta's platforms. We've seen it with X. We've seen it with even Reddit sometimes. Like there's platforms where like they have differing levels of receptiveness to pulling down bad shit, and they'll ban people and then they'll unban people, or they'll say like
that seems like X has like Elon Musk's whims kind of come and go on, and he personally bans people if something they do offends him personally, and it's weird.
Yep. Well, Swimming Australia has issued a statement clarifying Chalmers never made those comments and urged Meta to remove the content from its platforms. Quote, there are currently fabricated quotes attributed to dolphin Kyle Chambers. I don't know why he's a dolphin.
Because he's smooth.
Maybe. God, I just want him to be slippery on top of me. Kyle Chalmers has never been interviewed by Swim Hub or Swim Aquatics, and additionally has never provided commentary on LGBT or transgender athletes. The posts were up for at least 2 weeks after Meta was asked to take them down, so they're ratcheting up their criticism.
That would suck to have that out there when you didn't say it, because people will believe it. Like, I mean, the second you said it to me, I was like, oh, that sucks. Like, I believe that what it is on Facebook is real, and someone really said it.
Yeah, you say Olympic medalist, and like, oh, that's a person whose opinion I'm going to now care about, right?
Yeah.
And then for them to say a shitty thing in the world that we live in, you're like, oh, that's believable.
Yeah,
an important person that I'm unfamiliar with, but recognize their importance. Like, all of that makes sense.
Yeah, these days with AI, like, don't believe anything you see on social media.
Yeah, especially those videos of like the dog saving the baby from the attacking lion in the backyard. Like it's clearly just like, this is America. Like, this is the suburbs of LA. Like, there's no mountain lion attacks happening or whatever the fuck.
I've never seen a video like that.
There was a week here just a few weeks ago where that's all I saw, because I watched one long enough for the algorithm to be like, oh, you like fake animal attack on baby content.
What a niche.
Okay, news the second.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do I want to start, Kyle? Drake Vaughn and Silas Brooks are porn stars.
Okay, good for them.
They
Happy
are on OnlyFans. They look very much alike, and they both have giant penises.
Oh, good for them.
Turns out, I did not know this, they are twins. So they're both in porn. And TikTok now is obsessed with the fact that they are, at least on TikTok, if in a feud. So Drake Vaughn announced that he's planning to attempt to fuck 1,000 bottoms in one day.
Damn.
And
man, to be the top in that scenario is like, poor bottoms, you're not even coming in them. Like,
well, hopefully he's not claiming that that's what he's going to do, because that's not physiologically possible.
Yeah.
You can't jizz like double digits in a single day. Good for you. But much less 1,000. Now, okay, so Silas Brooks, who also does OnlyFans content, and they're supposed to be twin brothers. A lot of people are convinced that they're the same person. They are not the same person, because they appear in a TikTok video clarifying we are not the same person. We are identical twins.
They did appear in the same room together.
Now, so Drake Vaughn does gay OnlyFans content, but we're not sure if he's actually gay. He hasn't clarified what his gender preferences actually are, and does like content that Gen Z and Gen Alpha loves, of like, well, why does it matter who I bang? His brother Silas Brooks, though, identifies as bisexual and has been accusing his twin brother of queer baiting.
If you do gay OnlyFans porn, I feel like you get to queer bait. If you've done gay shit on camera to sell to people, yeah, I think you've earned the right to queer bait.
Okay.
Queer baiting, I feel like, has more of a like overtones or hints of sexual interest, but like to actually just fuck dudes, I think you're fine.
It's not queer baiting. That's just
queer fucking.
That's catching them.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not just luring them in. You're like hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
They're in the boat. You're
exactly. You're taking a picture that you're going to put on Tinder of them.
Well, so Vaughn also accuses Brooks of queer baiting. So like,
even though he's bisexual,
and then in one clip, the bisexual one says, "You're just copying me to get the same success." Quote, "Bro, you're not even gay. You don't even like what you're doing." Now, they used to apparently, it's believed that they shared an OnlyFans account under the name the Baconator Twins, and that is no longer around. But then Vaughn said on the Wild podcast, quote, "It's disrespectful to say that he's like related to me. You know, I don't want to even like associate him with my bloodline. He'll go on TikTok and call me a baiter. Like, you're a baiter. You're not really gay." I'm like, bro, you're not even gay. You're faking a relationship with a 40-year-old just to try to hide the fact that you're not actually into guys. Now, okay. Also, apparently he has a kid. Vaughn has a kid. And Silas says that that's proof that he's straight. But then Vaughn said that he says Silas also has a kid. He has a kid with this girl and he's paying child support. This is a quote. He has a kid with this girl and he's paying child support. There's like no contact pretty much, but he'll deny it. He'll say he doesn't. But coming from me, I could tell you right now, you can even ask my mom. He also has a kid. Anyway,
you can ask my mom is one of the like we've gotten low in the insult category.
Or how about our mom, bro?
Yeah.
Anyway, so like now there's rumors, right? Like they're not actually, well, the rumors that they're the same person, those are debunked, but they're still out there. The like they're not actually brothers or not actually twins, that's out there. And then of course, I think the most reasonable one, are they actually fighting or is this for attention and to generate, like, we're talking about them on the show.
Yeah.
Like,
but I don't.
There's
care
plenty of
that
giant
much.
dicked twinks to talk about on OnlyFans, Kyle.
Yeah.
And we're talking about these two because of this feud. Is it a real feud?
Yeah, fair. I don't care about them or what they think.
Great. I mean, I wish I could say that I cared, but I really don't.
No. What inspired you to talk about this news story?
It's been a slow gay news week.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
News the last.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan. Was talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is a MAGA Republican and represents Georgia's 14th congressional district. By the way, she's known for her extreme right beliefs. But talking about her, Palmer Luckey is the founder of Oculus VR, is a military contractor. He was on the Joe Rogan Experience, and he said about Hillary Clinton, Hillary, you might remember, even in 2008 when she was against gay marriage and she was out there, I believe that marriage is between a man and a woman. So Joe Rogan agreed that such views nowadays would be considered hardline and added Hillary Clinton would be on the right of Marjorie Taylor Greene.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case.
And they kept going. Marjorie Taylor Greene is very pro-LGBT. She's not for intervention in the Middle East. Marjorie Taylor Greene is far, far left of Hillary Clinton, which is just ludicrous. Just ludicrous.
Luda.
I don't know what are we doing?
Joe.
What are we doing, Joe? Like, she's the one that put the sign outside her office that says there's only two genders, male and female, trust the science, period. Right? Like, she's not left of Hillary Clinton on queer issues.
She's not.
And now a bunch of fucking manosphere bro assholes are going to believe it because it came out of Joe Rogan's fucking sun-tanned
that's
mouth.
true. And also, you take what anyone said almost 20 years ago,
Right.
and they're going to be a little bit different than what they say. Not right of Marjorie Taylor Greene, but still different than their current beliefs.
Right.
So it makes sense.
That's a dangerous game, though, right? Like Obama was not pro-marriage equality, or said marriage is between a man and a woman, or leave it to the states, or whatever the fucking... And all of us were like, wink, wink, but we know you're actually on our side, right, Barack? And, it feels like that's a game that the right could be playing with us right now. Like, Trump's just trolling you. He doesn't actually believe XYZ, right? Like, I think you have to... I don't know if it's right to ex post facto paint Barack and Hillary as being queer rights champions, because we knew what they were saying the whole time for real. Wink, wink. Yeah,
you got to be public about it. You got to be Madonna about it to earn our support.
That's it, Kyle.
That's it.
Fuck that bitch. Sorry. Sometimes I get Tourette's. About Marjorie Taylor Greene. I can't help it.
I thought there was more to say. Okay. Speaking of people we want to fuck, I want to thank the following new Patreon member. Thank you to Jared Edwards. Man, we've had a string of easy names, and I appreciate all the easy names.
It's probably Jared Edwards.
Edwards. Thank you, Jared. We appreciate your support. If you want ad-free episodes a day early, if you want to come to the Patreon happy hour on November 5th.
You meet my adorable puppy.
And meet the puppy zucchini. If you want to use Mike's hole.
Use it.
And if you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/Gayish podcast.
Do it.
Do you want to talk about villains?
Villains, Kyle. Do you want to talk about villains?
Yeah, let's talk about villains. This is a request of Derek's.
Yeah. Why do we listen to him?
I don't know. Because sometimes he tells us what to do and then we do it. And then later we're like, why are we doing this?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I look extra schlubby today, it is very much intentional.
It's just your pajama pants that...
My mouse rat. That's a Parks and Rec reference.
It is. Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. Okay. I'm going to talk to you about the history of villains, Kyle.
Okay.
Except not really. What I want to talk to you about is the Hays Code, which I think we've talked about before, off and on the show. But it bears repeating, because it really is a huge part of like our queer representation in media story.
Yeah.
So the Motion Picture Production Code, which was better known as the Hays Code, was in place from 1934 to 1968, and it explicitly banned movies showing, quote, sex perversion or any inference to it in a positive light. So that's an oversimplification. I mean, it's a long list of like rules about what you could and could not show in movies, but that was one of the components there. And that was all put into place because of what they called the pansy craze, which that's something we haven't talked a lot about.
No, I don't know about this.
So the pansy craze was from the late 20s to 1933. Mostly it was like during Prohibition. But there were openly gay performers like Jean Mallon, who was a 6 foot tall, 200-pound, self-described queen of the pansies, and were mostly in the metropolitan, big, influential cities like New York, Paris, Berlin, and London. But around 1931, and this was again at the height of Prohibition time, they started having police raids about queer people in bars, clubs, performances. Now, these weren't explicitly gay clubs. That would happen like in the 50s and 60s and led to the Stonewall riots and that sort of inflection point in the gay rights saga. This was just performance venues at which very explicitly queer performers were doing their shows.
Are these like drag queens?
Drag queens, gender bending, dancing between people that were at least visibly the same gender.
Scandalous.
Scandalous. So Prohibition ended in 1933, and the Catholic Church went on this huge campaign against immorality in cinema. And by 1934, the Hays Code came into play. So part of the Hays Code said that you could not say the words fairy, Nancy, pansy, or sissy.
Oh, it's like a history book of ways to insult gay people.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, you could not say any of those things in screen dialogue. And filmmakers were told that no hint of sex perversion may be introduced into a screen story. So David Legowski was a scholar of this and said that he's credited with the idea that the Hays Code, if you read the rules explicitly as written and did like the letter of the law as opposed to the spirit of the law, you could show queer characters if they were depicted in a negative manner. So the character could be queer or queer coded, but that character had to die, go to jail, or be punished by the end of the movie.
Punish me, daddy.
What's wild is like before the Hays Code came in, there were lots of like really gay shit happening in cinema. The 1927 film Wings is considered to be the first gay kiss in American film between two Air Force pilots.
Oh.
1930 film Morocco had Marlene Dietrich in a tuxedo and she kisses a female audience member. Wonder Bar, which was 1934, showed two men dancing together while Al Jolson quipped, "Boys will be boys." Woo!
I like that use of "boys will be boys." Usually it's like "boys will be boys" because they're like shooting up a school or like whatever. Yeah, being a little rapey. But
so film historian Vito Russo, this is the celluloid closet dude, said that the 1933, the year before the Hays Code came into effect. Thank you, Kyle. Good vocab. My God, what's wrong with my mouth today? Said that 1933, the year 1933 had, quote, more allusions to homosexuality than at any other time in film history before the early 60s.
Wow.
And but then after that, and for 34 years, all queerness had to be villainous queerness, or at the very least, punished queerness.
Yeah.
So The Maltese Falcon is one of the first examples. Director John Huston adapted the novel. Dashiell Hammett wrote a novel called The Maltese Falcon, but the character Joel Cairo is explicitly called queer and a fairy in the book, and the film version couldn't say those words, so they coded him instead. And Peter Lorre played Cairo with mincing movements, a distinctive cane used in phallic contexts, and gardenia-scented business cards. He's effeminate, treacherous, and morally bankrupt, and very queer-coded.
I love learning about the things they do to make a character queer-coded. What was it? Scented?
He has gardenia-scented business cards.
Gardenia-scented business cards. And we're all like, oh, got it. Yep, for sure.
He sucks penises sometimes. Great. So Hitchcock had some examples. There was 1948's Rope was based on the Leopold and Loeb murder case. It featured two male protagonists who were coded as homosexual lovers who commit murder for intellectual thrills. They're depicted as, quote, sadists, psychopaths, and nefarious antisocial villains. He also had a movie called Rebecca, where there was a character named Mrs. Danvers who is lesbian coded.
I knew Rebecca was a lesbian the moment you said Rebecca.
That's kind of a lesbianic name. It really is. Otherwise, she would be Becky, and even then, that's like not lesbian, you know? Let's see. So there's this guy named David Lukowski who thought that the Depression had created a masculinity crisis, and where men found...
Oh, so we're not in the first masculinity crisis.
Right.
There have been masculinity crises in the past.
Yep.
Great.
Quote, men found their gender status linked to notions of work and value, and the Depression put those in jeopardy. People were losing their jobs, and like, what is a man's meaning if it's not wrapped up into his work? And that's this masculinity crisis. And goes on and says, quote, effeminate men became convenient scapegoats. The spectacle of the pansy allowed men to confirm their manliness by distinguishing themselves from pansies. So there is a 40-year period of history where the only queer-coded or queer representation that we saw, at least on the silver screen, was they were villains. And that has persisted. Even after the Hays Code ends in the 1960s, we still see lots of examples, especially in Disney films, which we're going to fucking talk a shitload about Disney films today.
Yeah.
That, like, villains are... There's this undertone of, like, they're a little swishy.
Mm-hmm.
They're like campy and gay. Mm-hmm. And we haven't really been able to shake those. I think it's arguably gotten better, but like it's still a trope. It's still a thing that happens in film. A little later in the Patreon segment. Oh, nope. I'm wrong. In another segment, I'm going to talk more about like some other examples of queer-coded villains that aren't just in movies, but I think that's what we're really here to talk about, right? Is the gay villain.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of gay villains.
Should I talk about Ursula?
I hope you do.
Ursula is like one of the quintessential gay-coded villains because she is based on a drag queen.
Yeah.
So this is from a 2023 Time article called Once Upon a Time, Ursula Was a Drag Queen by Laura Zornosa.
What year?
2023.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's not been a secret that long, but
no, it hasn't. Divine, the drag queen that Ursula is based on, was born in 1945 by the name of Harris Glenn Milstead. Good job updating to Divine. Yeah. Divine and John Water became friends in their Waters. Why did I write Water then? That was silly. John Waters became friends in their teens in Baltimore. They started making movies together in the 60s. Mm-hmm. Divine's signature look was an unnaturally high hairline with gigantic eyebrows and over-the-top makeup done by the makeup artist Van Smith. Mm-hmm. Divine achieved cult fame through the John Waters. I put an S there. Mm-hmm. I had it right once.
You're doing great.
Thanks. Thanks, man. Just every maybe 5 minutes, tell me I'm doing great.
Great. Okay.
I need that.
I will.
Okay. Divine achieved cult fame through the John Waters film Pink Flamingo in 1972.
She also had 8 legs.
And she had 8 legs, and they're all tentacles. In talking about the similarities between Divine and Ursula, John Waters said, Ursula was an outsider. She was magic. She had a style that some people might not understand, but she was proud of herself. She was confident. She never questioned her look. She never felt, as other people might have, that she looked weird or anything. She looked beautiful on her own terms. And the reason this article came out in 2023 is because Melissa McCarthy played Ursula in the live action remake of The Little Mermaid. Yeah. Melissa McCarthy said, quote, I've watched The Little Mermaid more times than any other movie. I was a nanny and we used to watch it every night. I always was like, I know for a fact, but couldn't prove it, that she had to be based on Divine. She just had to be. I was like, the makeup, the look, the attitude. And now we know that, yes, she was, of course, based on Divine. Yeah. And it is true. So composer Alan Menken, who co-wrote the music for The Little Mermaid, for the original, with Howard Ashman, also worked on the live action movie.
Do you think that Disney and the Disney Studios, they just recognized that everyone is going to fucking love every one of those songs and that they just had to put up with the faggotry? You know what I mean?
I think
why would they allow that?
Disney does balances a fine line between loving and hating the gays. In this article, I didn't write any of it down, but it talked about how Disney donated to the Don't Say Gay bill in Florida, and how they're kind of secretive about this wasn't confirmed until much later that she was in fact based on Divine. They love the money that we give them, but they don't support us directly. Yeah. They have gay days at Disney,
Patreon.com/Gayish podcast.
Anyway, composer Alan Menken confirmed that Divine was the inspiration behind Ursula. And I didn't know this about Melissa McCarthy. She actually got her start as a drag performer named Miss Y. She wore a gold lame swing coat, a huge wig, and big eyelashes to give stand-up comedy a try.
Melissa McCarthy was a drag queen?
Yep.
I didn't know it was possible to love her more. And yet here I am. I'm like the Grinch. My heart is busting out of its gilded cage.
Yeah.
Grew 3 sizes that day. Melissa McCarthy.
So she was a great pick for this. I'm sure the article didn't say that she got criticism for not like they did say that some people wanted a drag queen to do this, but like, I don't know, she was one. Mm-hmm. Melissa McCarthy said, quote, "I just hope to do every incredible drag queen proud and Divine proud, just to give it to give it your all, to throw it out there. No apologies. Do it your way. Do no harm, but back up a little. I wanted to give her everything that she was due." There was a little bit of criticism of Melissa McCarthy, but kind of other people involved, really, because Disney released a featurette of Ursula's live action transformation, and drag queens from Art Simone to Sierra La Puerta, which that's funny, roasted the uneven makeup application. Carrie Colby said, "Absolutely why we should hire up-and-coming drag artists with a pulse on the present and vision for the future more often." Mm-hmm. Of course, the drag queens are going to roast the makeup application of this transformation.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably right, too, but whatever.
Probably right. And you would think Disney would hire the best makeup artists for their live-action movies. Like, I'm surprised that it could get any criticism.
I wonder, though, if drag queens would be able to make Melissa McCarthy look like a dude looking like a chick, and that they would be too good at that, and we can't have that kind of gender nonsense going on. They
had to like hire more tame makeup artists to do her makeup.
I mean, the alt-right, they were already pissed that, like, because
Little Mermaid was black.
Little Mermaid was black. What's her name? She has a name.
Halle Berry?
No, God damn it, no. Ariel. Yes. Thank you, Derek. Derek's a Disney guy. Yeah, they made Ariel black, and everybody was already mad about that. So like, if they were to like also explicitly make Ursula a drag queen,
it's too much for one movie.
It's just too much for one movie, man.
Yeah, for sure. Some people, like I said, think the role should have gone to a drag queen, which it kind of did. So I don't know. Ginger Minge said, quote, "If you're going to have a drag artist do it, I'm probably one of the most qualified to do it. I can sing. I can act it. I love the role and cherish it. It's a huge part of my life. I think that I should at least be given the opportunity to fight for that role." Divine.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Calm down.
I would, if you were like, you got to fight for all of your gigs, then you got to be out there saying like, I want this role. You got to put it out into the universe for you to get it.
I don't think for a second any drag queen can touch the fame of Melissa McCarthy when it comes to Disney's key demographic of happy suburban white straight couples.
Yeah.
Like, as a business decision, that's a no-brainer. If Melissa McCarthy wants to play Ursula, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's a hard celebrity to overcome. And
I'm not saying that makes it fair. I'm not saying that makes it ideal in terms of like representation and who should be involved, et cetera, et cetera. Just as a business decision, that was correct.
Yeah, makes sense. Divine died of heart failure in 1988, which is the year before Little Mermaid came out.
Poor unfortunate soul.
Yeah. Waters thinks that she would have wanted to play Ursula in the live action movie, though.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
She also ate poop.
She also ate poop. That's the note I should have left on. She also ate poop.
Well, let's talk about some other villains, Kyle.
Okay.
And talk about how queer-coded they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so Scar. Let's talk about Scar.
Yeah.
In the Bad Lion and the Lion King. Mm-hmm. When Andreas Deha animated Scar, he said Professor Sean Griffin said about Andreas Deha's animation, quote, "The same guy that animated Scar animated Gaston." And he said very specifically he was borrowing from vain gay gym bunnies.
Oh.
But despite being a lion, Scar has limp-wristed paws, swaying hips, a well-groomed mane, and delivers lines like, "I'm surrounded by idiots." So the animator was openly gay. And so the question here is, if a gay animator queer codes someone, is that okay? Like, is that being subversive, or is that feeding into making money off of making us evil?
I don't think I think it's good that we need like representation of LGBT people behind the screen as well, not just in front of the screen, or, you know, not just the voice actors or the appearance of the animated characters. Like, I think we need all of that. So I think that is a plus that there was actually a gay person working on the film, but it doesn't change the fact that this plays into a big long line of gay coded villains that we're seen as only the evil bad guys. So I don't think it changes that it was done by a gay person.
Okay. All right.
Gay people can do stuff that's not great for gay people as well.
Yeah. Get those monies, really.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's talk about vampires. I think we did a whole episode on vampires, though. Did we?
I think so.
But Dracula is, like, I think, top 5 villains of all time. But was... depending on who you ask, very homoerotic. Now, the original novel was written in or came out in 1895, and Bram Stoker started writing it in 1895. And there's a scholar named Talia Schaefer who argues that that ultimately Dracula is about Bram Stoker's fear. This is a quote now: Stoker's fear and anxiety as a closeted homosexual man during the Oscar Wilde trial. So he started writing Dracula 1 month after Oscar Wilde was convicted of sodomy in 1895. And the novel uses the word kiss or kisses 42 times and describes voluptuous lips 12 times.
For men?
For men. And Dracula himself possessively tells his vampire brides about Jonathan Harker, the protagonist, quote, "This man belongs to me." Now, Gary Oldman in the 1992 adaptation definitely put that back in as homoerotic dialogue. That sentence, "This man belongs to me," had been removed from other films, but Gary Oldman put that back. The Gary Oldman version put that back in, and but basically Bram Stoker, it's not that much of a debate, was a closeted gay man. He sent Walt Whitman a passionate love letter as a 24-year-old, and said about reading Walt's poems, quote, "With my door locked late at night, my heart is leaping towards you across the Atlantic."
Wow.
And
I can't imagine if someone like had a copy of the notes or the texts I wrote people I was in love with when I was a kid. God, I'm so glad no one cares enough about me to find those things.
I mean, Hotmail knows my whole saga, so like, yeah, okay, so, and Oscar Wilde, you know, the picture Dorian Gray was very, very gay. There's less of it like a villain overtone though to that whole thing, but basically Dracula, the villain of all time, at least to the author, and reasonable interpretations of Dracula since then, a queer-coded villain, which I think checks out, right? Like, he's always dressing up fancy and sucking people.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Anne Rice's vampires also like took on that whole like homoerotic queer subtext to like the next level or whatever. I want to end on this though, that a University of Wollongong PhD student named Dion McLeod analyzed 34 Disney animated features and found that every single Disney villain was queer-coded in some way.
Wow, every single one.
Male villains were feminized, female villains were masculinized. All were eliminated by the film's end, either killed, jailed, or exiled. And his conclusion, quote, Disney films perpetuate an idea known as heterosexism by first aligning the villains with queerness and then eliminating them from the narrative. That's not a coincidence or a few bad apples. That's a systemic pattern spanning decades. And most of it, like the Disney Renaissance happened well after the Hays Code. They don't have to keep doing this, but they do.
I wonder why. Is it just all the people that worked in film were so used to doing this that even after the Hays Code, they then teach new people and the new people learn this. Like it's just part of the industry, kind of MO or.
It's just one of those I don't know, like powerful ideas that just spreads and then persists. Like the best memes, that's how it happens. Like you read it and it just is like your brain lights up and says like, oh yeah, that's the thing that makes sense and or is funny and or is poignant and or meaningful, and then it just sort of blossoms and keeps going. Like I think about shit.
I think about shit sometimes too.
I do like more. Well, I have a puppy now, so I've got to think about shit all the time. But fuckity fuck, Kyle.
Oh.
Ideas that perpetuate, that start out one way and then keep. Oh, I was thinking about gay elves. Like how
that's not where I thought that sentence was going to go, but sure.
But like Tolkien invented a lot of the high fantasy tropes that continue to persist, and elves as being these like lithe, effeminate, gay-coded creatures. That's like in so many different high fantasy incarnations, right? And that's just because there's something about a gay elf that like makes sense to us and like is easy to put into a story. And I think that a queer-coded villain, something about that just speaks to us. And it's really unfortunate because I think if we're honest with ourselves, it's because of the presumption that queerness is bad.
Yeah. That
it builds on a lot of really like easy but still powerful visceral feelings that we have about queerness, and that automatically starts building a villainous character on this foundation of otherness and badness and I don't know. Yeah.
Does it make up for it that some gay people love their gay villains? Like they identified with the villain, or they love that representation, like that they enjoy that movie. Like how does that play into this?
It's a great question. Where my brain goes, I explicitly went through and removed any of my research that had anything to do with Harry Potter. There's a lot of villains in Harry Potter, and with more or less queer coding, despite the fact that she is an awful person. Do not give her or her franchise any money. And I don't think that gay people loving that franchise, which they come by honestly, mitigates her or her behavior or her business, or the fact that she's horrific for trans people.
Yeah.
So I guess from that lens, I have to say no. Like, I don't know.
I think it makes sense that like if all we were offered up when we were kids in terms of gayness were the villains, that we would attach ourselves to those villains and love them. And so that doesn't, I think you also then have to, it's okay to love the villains that you love and also identify that that's a problematic thing that is, like you talked about. I didn't realize how systemic that was. 100% of Disney films that he looked at. That's wild.
Yeah, well, and I think some of them, when you read through the research that this cat did on it, Dion McLeod, some of them are a stretch, but it's there if you want to, if you find it.
Yeah. Let's talk about the new gay villain.
The new gay villain, Kyle. What's the new gay villain?
The question is, has this trope persisted? What do you think?
I think so. And I think that this trope has persisted, but there are at least alternatives now.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's the summary of this segment.
Okay, good. Nice. Okay, well, I'm going to talk to you about it.
They talked about the villain in the new Dexter, which I haven't seen. They talked about, I think his name is Fing in Breaking Bad, who was hinted at being gay. The subtitle, this is from a 2012 article in the Wrap called "The Rise of the New Gay Villains" from Tim Malloy. The subtitle is, "Once a villain's homosexuality was meant to dehumanize. Now it's often the most likable thing about him."
Do I believe that? Okay, yeah.
That was an interesting subtitle to me as well, because I'm like, I don't want to be liked because I'm gay. I've had plenty of people, especially women over the years, that are like, oh, you're gay, and now they're suddenly drawn to you because they expect, that's I think a basis for a lot of this show. Then they expect certain things from you because you're gay, and it's like things like you're going to be bitchy to other people and they're going to enjoy that, and they're going to help you go shopping. You're going to be their gay best friend, like all of these things that I don't fit into. And so when someone liked me because I was gay, I was like, oh, you're going to get let down. This is going to be a disappointment for everyone involved in this friendship.
You're going to help her swipe left and say, no, girl, you deserve better.
Yeah. Or like, girl, that wig ain't working for you. Right. Or whatever they expect me to do, and I'm not going to do it. So like the fact that it talked about villain, like this being gay being the most likable thing, I think there's a benefit. Like the positive side of that is we've come to our place and view of LGBT people that we can say that this is a good thing, that we like this about it, that it humanizes this person. I think you have to back that up with societal support for gayness that we didn't have in the past. So that's good. But I also don't know that I like that this is the most likable thing about villains. The first line of the article is, "Meet the new gay villains of television and film. If their wrists are bent, it's probably to cut someone's throat."
Okay.
And I think the big thing that I wanted to say is, or read about this article is GLAAD, who tracks the portrayal of LGBT people in pop culture, say that the number of LGBT people characters increased in TV and film. So it makes sense there would be more villains. So if the overall number of LGBT people increases, some of those are going to be villains. And so there will be more villains as representation goes up. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because the point is not we never can have a gay villain. Right. That's not the goal. The point is to have fair and even representation across the board. Yeah. And also one of the things is whether the article points out it's not necessarily whether the villains are just gay. It's, are they villains because they are gay, or do they just happen to also be gay? And I think villains it sucks when someone is a villain because they're gay. Right.
That's just lazy, or
it's like bad,
evil or something.
Yeah. That's just evil, presuming that we are gay and therefore evil because of it. And maybe like, I think you could do it well if you do it due to society's treatment of them. They then are a, evil person. I could see that being done well in a modern time, but mostly not.
We should do the D&D 9-box thing and have it be lawful, neutral, and evil, but then have it be gay, bi, and straight.
Oh,
and then,
I love that. Lawful gay.
Yeah.
Neutral bi.
Yeah.
So Matt Kane, GLAAD's Associate Director of Entertainment Media, says, quote, "In the early days of LGBT characters on screen, it was often the case that a character's sexual orientation or gender identity was directly tied to their villainous nature, as things like lecherous prison guards, blackmailers, or even psychotic killers. Though that's almost never the case now, it's still something writers and directors should be conscious of. What this also highlights, however, is that there are still too few LGBT protagonists and leads in popular media, particularly in genre film and television. Where is the gay equivalent to James Bond?"
It's a great question.
Yeah. I don't know
I don't think they're... I mean, there's got to be, but like not that's making it big and is mainstream.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, not that's mainstream for sure. Previous villains had things like frilly outfits, flowery language, fussy cats, and other effeminate accessories. Yeah. And something that they said that even today, one of the stereotypes that still remains is they all wear nice clothes.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to talk about couture in Is that the Patreon segment? Yes, in the Patreon segment, I'm going to talk to you about villain couture.
Okay.
But also, one person was saying a lot of them have British accents because that's gay. sorry, people with UK accents.
Yeah,
but, like there is something in American
European
culture anyway about it being kind of gay.
European or gay? That's a game we play.
Yeah, and like, but it's true though. Like Scar, we just talked about Scar. Jeremy Irons. That's pretty thick English accent on that boy.
Yeah,
and, like it improves the queer codedness.
Yeah, for sure. To wrap up, they said, quote, today's gay villains are so stereotypically masculine that we might not know they were gay if they didn't say so themselves.
That's the thing that I've for sure seen. And I'm struggling to come up with examples, but I don't need to because it's my podcast and I can just say things unfounded.
Thanks, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I feel like there is a growing category of representation in all kinds of characters, but especially villains, where it's just like ambiguous, totes mask, straight passing character energy who then just like happens to bang dudes. And I don't know if that helps us or not.
I worry that it's weird because if you're trying to correct for the past where all the villains were effeminate, then it makes sense that you would swing the other way. And if you are going to have a gay villain, that you try not to make them too effeminate to buy into, like, play into this stereotype. And so you make them mask. But then we already give too much time and power and energy to the mask gays out there and not enough to the effeminate ones. So like, maybe we need more effeminate main characters or something. I don't know how you combat this. I don't know how you don't lose out on depicting effeminate gays in positions of power or importance in your film, but also make all of your gay villains mask.
Have we talked about Wheel of Time at all off pod? I know we haven't talked about it on the pod.
I've heard about it from coworkers.
Off pod. I can't believe I just fucking said that. There's like, first of all, that show's gay.
Yeah.
I got the books so that I could read them so I could like see if like the source material was that gay, because it was written in the early 90s by this dude. But there's like a bunch of poly people, a bunch of like, there's a throuple that's like main character throuple. There's like so much lesbo action. There's like lesbians everywhere and like a lot of bisexual characters or coded characters, because there's this thing with like reincarnation that happens, and there's like this exploration of like every lifetime you're a different sexuality, and like but not the implication is sort of because you're capable of it every lifetime sort of a thing. Anyway, there's a devil's throuple that like is main character ish energy, and I don't want to do any spoilers because it is like relatively new show, and the dudes that are with each other in this throuple with one of the Aes Sedai are like, they're not coded straight, but like when you find out that they're banging each other, it's like you had no idea, you didn't really see it coming, because they're just like kicking it around the campfire, and then it's very nonchalant how they're like, oh yeah, also like we're in love and we fuck. And I liked that, but you have me thinking, what if they were also villains? Would I approve of it or not? That's what I'm trying to like gauge myself on, I think.
I don't know that I want them to just be like, we're just dudes hanging out and then we go and fuck. Like, I think I want some queer coding to the characters.
Yeah.
I don't want it to, I want it to be a surprise to straight people when they end up fucking, but I want to have known the whole time, be like, oh, obviously, look at the way he's holding that glass of wine, like, or whatever. I don't know what things they do that we pick up on that straight people don't, but I want to have known.
He does get clocked. One of them gets clocked for checking out a shepherd boy, so that happens.
Okay.
But I do think there's one thing that I really appreciate about it, which is that in this universe, their queerness is not noteworthy. It's not an allegory for like coming out of the closet in our world. It's just like, what if it didn't matter and you could fuck whoever you wanted to and nobody cared? Star Trek has started to kind of do a lot of those things also. I think, I don't know, I really like it, the exploration of what if it was a world in which it didn't matter, in which case their presentation doesn't really matter either. But we know that it does to the audience to whom they are being represented. So I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, Kyle, are you ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a game for you.
Okay.
But we're going to play it together. This isn't, and there's no right or wrong answer.
Oh.
So, like, I know. I have a little bracket set up, and we are going to talk it through and decide once and for all who is the gayest villain. So, we're going to go up against Ursula, the Joker, Cruella de Vil, Scar, Jafar, Maleficent, the Wicked Witch of the West / Elphaba, and Gaston. And we're going to decide based on, they're going to go head to head. And for each round, I'm going to give you one gay thing and one straight thing about them.
Okay.
Then we'll discuss and decide who the winner is. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so first up is Ursula versus the Joker. On the gay side for Ursula, we've said it a whole bunch, but she's literally a drag queen, literally modeled after Divine. But evidence on the straight side, she's obsessed with stealing a teenage girl's voice to catfish a prince. Like she's straight, like arguably straight because she's trying to get at that prince by using that girl's voice. And then the Joker, the gay evidence, he's unhealthily obsessed with a man in a leather gimp suit, and once says, quote, "You complete me."
Oh.
But on the straight side, he has had various girlfriend relationships with Harley Quinn across the decades.
Yeah.
Who is gayer? What do you think?
I think it's got to be Ursula.
Yeah.
I think being based on a drag queen, that look that she's got, I think the Joker has had too many straight relationships to move on.
I also think that the Joker, very campy, but not quite as gay.
Yeah.
But still very coded. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with you.
Okay.
Ursula gets that round.
Okay.
Next, Cruella de Vil versus Scar. The gay evidence for Cruella de Vil is the fashion sense. She has two-toned hair. She has dramatic furs. She has that cigarette holder. She's serving high fashion villain realness. But on straight evidence, in some versions, she's shown to have had husbands, multiple, all dead or divorced. But she's like her marriage life has been dude oriented. And then she's from 101 Dalmatians. In case people didn't know that. Scar's from The Lion King. We talked about him a bunch. The gay evidence, that limp paw, and the British accent. The straight evidence explicitly tries to make Sarabi his queen. Oh. He is trying to marry because he wants that's like heterosexual power couple dynamic.
I think that's more for a beard effect. I'm going with Scar.
You're going with Scar.
Yeah. Who do you vote?
I think I agree.
Okay.
I think I agree. I think Cruella de Vil is just fabulous, and we sometimes confuse fabulousness with being a gay icon.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go with Scar also.
Okay.
Next up, Jafar and Maleficent. So Jafar is the villain from Aladdin. On the gay evidence side, that outfit, I'm going to talk about it in the Patreon segment when I do couture, but he's got eyeliner, a cape. He's got a bedazzled staff that's like, he's very campy, very gay, just based on like appearances. But straight evidence, he wants to marry Jasmine. That's the stated reason for doing what he's doing, is to marry Jasmine. Maleficent, who is the villainess from Sleeping Beauty, most famously in the live action one played by that one chick,
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, she's hot. She's real good at it. Anyway, gay evidence. She shows up to a baby's christening in horns and a dramatic black cape because she wasn't invited. She's a petty gay icon. And then the straight evidence. In the live action version, Angelina Jolie, it's been pointed out that she's motivated by being literally betrayed by the man that she loves. What do we think? Jafar or Maleficent?
I've said it first the last couple times. You have to say what you think first.
I think my heart, I really want it to be Maleficent, just because of all of the hot twinks wearing Maleficent horns around Halloween time. But I think that Jafar only wants to marry Jasmine as a beard for the political power. And I think Jafar's got it.
I think you had me at Jafar when you started talking about his eyeliner and his cape and his bejeweled staff. Like, yeah.
Yeah, Jafar?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Maleficent. Last but not least, of course, the Wicked Witch of the West, Elphaba, and Gaston. So the Wicked Witch of the West is from The Wizard of Oz. Elphaba is from Wicked. Same character. I think that she's the villain in Wizard of Oz. So in that spirit, we should probably weight more heavily the Wizard of Oz side of things. But on the evidence of on the gay side, she has no male companion. She has an army of flying monkeys. But on the straight side, she in Wicked, she has a whole romance with Fiyero. So I don't know. But then Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, I don't even know if he's necessarily the villain. I guess he is the villain, but the Beast isn't the villain. Anyway, doesn't matter. Gaston, the gay evidence is just the hair, the muscles, the flexing, the like obsession with his appearance. And the straight evidence is his aggressive pursuit of Belle to the point of villainy, trying to rescue her from the Beast because he totes wants that pussy, I guess. What do you think?
I'm leaning towards Gaston, but then again, Elphaba wears that like frock that's kind of lesbian.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm leaning Gaston.
Yeah. Elphaba as a lesbian kind of plays, or at the very least bi, right? Like she lets herself get close to Glinda.
Yeah.
That seems kind of unrequited lesbianic obsession to me a little bit. I don't feel that strongly about it though.
Okay, Gaston.
Okay, here we go. It's the quarterfinal, Kyle. Ursula versus Scar. More gay evidence for Ursula. She lives in a fabulous grotto filled with tortured souls that she keeps as garden decorations. It's very tragic, gay collecting damaged friends. And on the straight side, she wears a dress to seduce the prince, complete with the seashell necklace. And then for Scar, the gay evidence, he's jealous of his more masked brother. He plots elaborately instead of just fighting him directly. He keeps sassy hyena friends around. And on the straight side, he's motivated by toxic masculine jealousy over not being the alpha male. What do you think?
Oh, this is tough.
I think Ursula's got it, but that's just me.
Yeah, I was leaning Ursula in my head. So yeah, let's go Ursula. She made it to the finals.
Yep. And
unlike the Mariners?
Right. Good word.
Did I do a good sports reference?
You did good. Jafar and Gaston is the last one. Jafar, more gay evidence. He seems pretty obsessed with Aladdin, who looks great shirtless. And on the straight side, that's not straight. What?
What'd you write?
I didn't write this. These came from a list. Uses sexy snake hypnosis on the Sultan.
Yeah, that sounds pretty gay. Snake as a euphemism for your dick.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Sorry. And then Gaston, the additional gay evidence. His whole song is him and the men of the village singing about how great he is. Seems pretty homosocial.
Homosocial? I've never heard that word.
And but the straight evidence, he is like the toxic straight bro stereotype in a lot of ways. So any homoeroticism might just be about attention.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm still thinking Jafar. I think the look that he's got.
I think Jafar's got it also. Okay, it's the final, Kyle. It's Ursula versus Jafar. Who is the gayest villain? So for Ursula, her whole musical number is just like terrible relationship advice and doing like a drag show. Like, but then on the straight side, her entire evil plan revolves around heterosexual marriage as the ultimate goal. She's trying to get at that prince. She wants that prince dick.
Mm-hmm. Who among us? And
then Jafar. There's no more straight evidence. I ran out of straight evidence. But on the gay side, he lives with a dude parrot named Iago.
Yeah.
They live together like they're best friends. That's pretty gay.
Yeah.
Owning an exotic bird is pretty gay.
Yeah, I know some gays that own an exotic bird.
I think this is a very tough one, Kyle.
I think
Ursula versus Jafar.
Do you know? Think in your head. Do you know who you'd pick?
Yeah.
Okay. On the count of three, we're both going to say it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Jafar.
Ursula. Kyle.
Mike. Okay. Present your argument.
It's a tie.
No, we have to pick one. We can't go this whole way and just make it a tie.
We have to fight this out. I think arguably they're both drag queens. Right? But she's literally a drag queen modeled after Divine. I think that since Melissa McCarthy, since I found out that she did drag in your segment, that is like even more reason to love Ursula. I also think that like there's a trans aspect that we didn't talk about, which is like one of the things that trans women struggle with is changing their voice, and that's literally what Ursula's whole vibe is about, is changing her voice by stealing the voice of this mermaid.
Interesting.
So it's not gay coded, but it's queer coded. I think that she's more queer coded than Jafar. But Jafar, I mean, that faggot speaks for himself too. So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like his entire look and his personality, he's like the classic, like quintessential queer coded gay villain. And I think he's going after Jasmine because he really wants Aladdin and he doesn't know it yet. I think he wants that twink bad.
Okay. Ultimate pursuit of a hot twink. If we take Ursula at her word that she really is just trying to get that king dick, then that is pretty compelling. Jafar.
Yeah. Jafar's the winner.
Jafar is the winner. Jafar is the gayest villain. It's science.
Yeah. Very scientific evidence that Jafar is the gayest.
That's the game, Kyle. Okay, good work. So yeah, bring us home.
Okay, I'm gonna do. I think this one we will just read and then answer ourselves.
Oh, okay.
So this is an Ask Reddit segment. This is the title of this Reddit post is "Having a Gay Villain Worried About Bad Portrayal." This is posted in the subreddit Writing by Johnward1234. So, in my novel, the villain is gay. His homosexuality is a bit important, as I was going to make his major motivation the death of his partner. The problem is that while I am writing him, he turned into a bit of a sociopath. I'm worried that having the only prominent gay character in my novel, a merciless killer, might send the wrong message. I'm interested in this community's thoughts. And then clearly he added, or this person added in later, there is a crazy amount of interest here, so here's a little more detail. He is the CO of a squad of soldiers sent into enemy territory. My main character is second in command. The love interest for the villain is the youngest and most inexperienced of the squad and is killed by the main character as she escapes, partly out of mercy. He is not stereotypically gay in any way. He does happen to murder some civilians without much thought, though. What is your suggestion for this person writing?
Wait, I'm so confused. Who's the gay?
The CO of the squad.
She, though.
He is the CO of the squad of soldiers sent into enemy territory.
Who was the she?
The love interest in and is killed by the main character as she escapes. Partly, I don't know who she is.
Okay.
Ignore that part.
Okay. So the commanding officer.
Maybe he's using like she.
Okay.
But that girl escapes. Yeah. She got out of there.
The commanding officer, like hitting maybe in an unrequited way on somebody in the squad that they are commanding. That's very like predatory, vibey, groomy.
Yeah.
Like I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
The power dynamic there is maybe hot, but
for a porn maybe,
yeah. But I'm glad that it's the military, because before that note clarified that, I was thinking, like, if you're writing about a gay couple and there are no other gay characters in the novel, you don't understand gay people. Mm-hmm. Like, gay people have gay friends.
Yeah.
And gay people in their community, in their life. So do better. But
but I think that is one tactic to, even though we're in the military, there can still be other gay people in the novel. Like, you don't have to just write, this is the only gay characters. So that could be one thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, have one of the other privates be a gay character who, like, they're hot for each other, and now it's a gay love triangle, but one of them is the commanding officer. That's hot.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe a little more likely even, or have them just be gay friends and have the other gay character be like the voice of reason. Like, what, Sergeant so-and-so is hitting on you? That's a little weird, right? Yeah, but I think it's kind of hot. Yeah, but it doesn't make it appropriate. Like, I don't know.
I think you could make your main character female. Why not have a female character be the commanding officer and fall in love with a second in command? Like, I don't get, why do they both have to be, just because it's the military doesn't mean they both have to be men. Like, I don't know. Is there important scenes that happen in their barracks where, like, it's divided by gender? Like, you can have them sneak away into, like, places if they need to, like, hook up in a, I think I don't know why this has to be two men.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced by anything that I've read that, like, the only way this story will work is if it's two men.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I agree. I think I agree. It is interesting. So if the default is heterosexuality, and I'm not saying it should be, but if the default is heterosexuality, then there should be, like, a reason for a character to be gay. Mm-hmm. And I'm not convinced that a murderous sociopath, that, like, it's not because their gayness didn't fuck them up.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's good for
I think the
us.
death of the partner was partially what kind of contributed to their villainy.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, again, I don't know why it had to be, but yeah, like a gay sociopath, that all of this doesn't seem good. It seems like my guess is this is a straight person who doesn't understand the background of gay villainous characters, or like just heard about it and was like, oh fuck, do I have to rewrite this, and like is trying to get approval from people online to keep going, and not have to change it too much or whatever. I think they need to change their story.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Could be hot though.
Could be hot. I mean, in a different context, if this was like a commanding officer and a second in command in a porn, or like a love romance novel, like, then probably no one's going to die. You're going to have to take away the death part. But, like, yeah, there's some hot things that could happen.
Counterpoint, fuck him to death, Kyle.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah.
Did we do it?
We talked about a lot of gay villains. Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why we're doing this, because it's like...
Although Halloween was last weekend.
Ah, fuck.
But whatever. It's fine. We did it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we did it.
Do you like villains? That's something that we didn't really, like, talk about. I love to hate a character. Like, if I can have a visceral hatred for a character, I think that's a well-written character, or well-acted character, or both.
See, I like imperfect protagonists. When people are like, oh, that's a horrible person as the protagonist, I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Veep?
Like Veep, like Girls, that was like, they're all horrible people.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's kind of the point of the entire show, is like having horrible people going around doing shit.
Yeah.
And seeing what happens, what kind of shenanigans they get into.
Yeah. I think I agree. Although I find horrible people in a protagonist situation to be more just like embarrassing. Like, I've projected shame for them.
Oh, it can get rough.
Yeah.
It can get a little cringy, but like, I think that's part of the fun of it.
Yeah. I guess I would be disgust. Like I would be disgusted by that more than hating them. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I like strong negative reactions to characters, and villains are of course like ripe for that.
Yeah. Where do you think that came from? Do you think that came from queer-coded villains? Do you think your attraction for villains started with this trope? Say yes, and that'll build a complete circle around this episode.
Yeah, totally. That's
Cool.
why I'm gay.
Yep.
Lex Luthor's why I'm gay.
I knew it.
Or Megatron or something. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I like, you gotta have a good villain as a counterpoint to your protagonist, and just make more protagonists femme and gay.
More eyeliner.
More eyeliner.
And more capes.
And don't call it guy liner. You can just be a guy that wears eyeliner.
Okay. Well, should we take a break and murder some kittens?
Let's do it. Let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
This is the part where Mike and Kyle take a break.
Are we back?
We're back.
We're back.
We're going to do our Gayest and Straightest.
We're going to do our Gayest and Straightest, but first, local gay bar review. I'm going to talk to you about The Street in Edinburgh, which is in Scotland, which is in the United Kingdom. And I'd been there before. I think I've been there like 3 times now.
Do you have your ranking from other times?
Oh, God damn it, Kyle. God damn it, Kyle. That's a thing I should know, huh?
That'd be fun to see how it changed over time.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to give my review while I find where that was.
Or you can just pause, look for it, and then I can cut it.
You shush. Oh, that's my dick.
Glad your computer was pointed that way.
Local gay bar. Okay. I've made this is my first local gay bar review of The Street, despite having been there a few times. The reason I know that I've been there a few times is I knew exactly where the bathroom was.
That's always the cue that you've been there before.
Yep. We met a couple from Ohio that was there, Matt and Tom. One of them was much hotter than the other, in my opinion, but we discussed that as a group.
What?
On our own time, not when we were around them.
Gotcha. Okay, God, that...
The space is really weird. There's like ramps and like a bunch of stairs that drunk people for sure fall down all the time. But I was there with people that I love and had an excellent time. 3.5 dildos.
Okay, great rating. Yeah. Anything above 3 is a pretty great rating.
Yeah, exactly right. Hey, our Patreon happy hour is going to be it's this coming Wednesday when this comes out, unless you're getting it a day early on Patreon, in which case it's next week. Whatever, November 5th.
Yeah, November 5th at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Be there, pants optional.
Yeah.
Meet the puppy.
Yeah.
You can buy our book. We would like you to buy our book.
Gayishpodcast.com/book.
Christmas is coming. Spell coming.
Spell Christmas.
You should give everyone you love a copy of our book.
Yeah, they'll love it.
That's all I want for Christmas.
And come on our cruise. It's a Mexican Riviera cruise in 2027. You can find out more about it by going to gayishpodcast.com/cruise.
Yeah, do it. Kyle just said it, but our website is gayishpodcast.com.
We're on social media at Gayish Podcast, or you can find our Discord or Facebook groups by going to gayishpodcast.com/contact.
Our hotline, you can send us text messages or leave us voicemails, is 585-5-GAYISH. That's 585-542-9474. Standard rates apply.
Our email is gayishpodcast@gmail.com.
And our physical mailing address is Post Office Box 19882, Seattle, Washington, 98109. We already did all the notes because I just do things in whatever order I want to.
That's your right.
Yeah. Should we do our Gayest and Straightest?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So the straightest thing about me this week is we went and picked up the puppy that everybody's going to be tired of hearing about yesterday. And man, I know a lot about farming. when we got up over the mountains, because we picked her up in eastern Washington, and that's the agricultural side of the state, and I was like, those are potatoes, and look, those are grapes, and here's how you harvest hops. And I used to thin apples, and like I know a lot about farming. It's stupid. And then the gayest thing about me this week was picking up that adorable puppy, and we're already talking about costume options.
Oh, have you landed on anything?
Nothing firm yet, but she needs a sweater and a raincoat. But then, like, what are we going to dress her up as for Halloween next week?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah. Are you going to bring some costumes for the Patreon happy hour so we can see some costume changes?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I will.
Okay. My gayest is discovering dried cum in my beard.
Oh, Kyle. At least, hopefully, before you went to work.
I didn't go. Yes, I hadn't gone anywhere. I was like, "What the fuck is in my beard right now?" And I went to the mirror and was like, "Oh,
Yours or someone else's?
Impressive if it were mine."
I mean,
No, it was someone else's. My straightest is fist pounding my trainer.
Oh, yeah.
He does a lot of fist pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Better than elbow bumps.
Oh, that was a COVID thing, I feel like. I feel like that had its time to shine, and now we've moved on from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're like, the next pandemic is going to kill us all because nobody has any patience for that shit.
Yep. And we have a listener's Gayest and
A
Straightest.
listener's Gayest and Straightest. Are you going to play it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
My name is Noah, and my straightest is I am currently carving a knife handle for one of my best friend's birthday, and doing it from scratch. I got a knife blank, and doing this from scratch is extremely gay. It's straight. My gayest is I'm doing it completely shirtless. And it is a wonderful day out in Minnesota. All right. Thank you.
That's hot. Carving something shirtless. I'm into it.
Prove it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I think any sort of work with cutlery is pretty straight.
Yeah.
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 Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Here we are at the end.
Yeah, here we've arrived at the end. We've all arrived together, safe and sound.
And unlike our gay villains, nobody died.
No one
or
was
got
exiled.
sent to jail.
Yeah. Thank you to all the gay villains for giving us something to talk about.
Thank you to Jafar for being like the winner.
The gayest.
Yeah.
And if you disagree, let Mike know.
Yeah, you can send in your own bracket. I don't know if I'll do anything with them, but I would like to see them.
Yeah, see how they stack up.
Dick pic optional.
And I want to thank our super gap bridgers. Thank you to Locomotive, Simon Srirachi, Kaylee Adams, Kid Oliver, Kobe Gordon, Squoggle, Andrew Bugby, William Bryant, John Crowley, Stephen Porch, Yo Stossel, Jonathan Montanius, Forrest Nell, Steve Douglas, Explosive Zania, Michael Covington, Thomas B, Dusty Sands, A.E. Coleman, Chris Kachatorians, and Jerome York. Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your money. That's it. This has been Gayish from the Chris Kachatorian Studios. I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz. Until next week, be butch, be fabulous, be you. See ya.
See you next week.
Sometimes when we haven't said anything that lifts out easily for the very end of the episode, I get nervous. We're going to have to say something this time that I can pull out.
Like what?
I have to say something that I can lift out and put at the very end for the little Easter egg. Yeah.
Or don't.
Or don't do it.
Yeah.
But now, like, if you listen to the entire thing just to hear the Easter egg and there's nothing there, that sucks.
Yeah, but that means we've trained you. Who's the villain now?